What is up, everybody? I am your longest reigning and current WWE pay-per-view champion, the hot commodity, the one everyone came to see, the one and only Aunt C. And I'm joined by my good friend and longtime co-host. Introduce yourself, sir.
Christian Morales, longtime co-host of the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Pod, ready to talk some SmackDown. We are one day from today we're recording day of Elimination Chamber, but today is the last event
Mm-hmm.
before the Elimination Chamber. Not
Yep.
too exciting here, but
Yeah, we're tying up some loose ends here with this episode. Oh yeah, Christian introduced it. We are covering WWE Friday Night SmackDown live from February 17th, 2023 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I call it Quebec even though it's Quebec. And we started out with a Canadian girl, Natalia. Her tattoo punter Shotzi. They're taking on Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Here are some quick notes from this match. Shotzi nails a kick to Shayna's head. Ronda applies an armbar across the ribs to Shotzi. Shotzi dives onto Ronda outside. Natalia closes on Shayna outside, and Shotzi nails a flying crossbody to both women. Shotzi nails a really cool DDT to Ronda Rousey's head onto the apron. Natalia hits a set-out powerbomb to Baszler and gets a 2. Natalia ends up putting Ronda in a sharpshooter. However, Baszler gets in the ring, and Ronda applies an armbar to Shotzi, and Shotzi taps out Ronda, and Shayna get the win. It looks as if, I mean, I could be wrong, but these two women look like they're a good tag team. Are the tag team titles in Ronda and Shayna's future, sir?
I think them two fighting are in them futures.
Okay.
I want to see that so bad. You have
Oh
no
my
idea.
God, me too.
I want to see Ronda versus Shayna so fucking bad.
I will say Ronda did a good job. Me and the Ant both thought that Ronda was going to tap out to the sharpshooter last night. So we were like, wait a minute, are they going to make her tap? But then I was like, they probably won't. And I will say, Shotzi did a really good job this week on SmackDown. I thought she did a pretty impressive job compared to her other matches that she's had down the line. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see that, but I don't know, man. I have a feeling these two are going to go after the women's tag title sooner rather than later. Uh, but we'll see. But yes, that was a decent match. Not a lot to really talk about with that one. But Ronda and Shayna both looking dominant here. But again, Shotzi and Natalia did pretty good. Hit Row come out to the ring next, and they're rapping. And Todd Dolla says Brett screwed Bray, and they're just making fun of Montreal. The lights go out, and Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy appear in the ring. They attack Hit Row. Howdy hits his sister Abigail, and this is when things get a little interesting. Bray says, "You're welcome, Montreal." Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar, whoever wins, you should run. Why does Bray Wyatt want Brock or Lashley? I'm interested to figure this out.
See that? That's the curveball with fucking Bray Wyatt. I have no idea what he wants with these two. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I kind of asked myself what after the whole LA Knight thing,
Mm-hmm.
what was next for Bray Wyatt. I don't. I don't know if this should be next for Bray Wyatt. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know why he's getting involved with Lashley or Lesnar.
Yeah, there's really not much to the story to it. I thought they were going to do a Howdy versus Bray, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a tag match. Maybe it'll be Brock and Bobby versus Bray and Uncle Howdy. People are throwing out there. I don't know. I just think it's really random going into WrestleMania. This Bray Wyatt randomly wanting to go after Brock and Bobby. I feel like long-term storytelling, and there's never been any sort of signs or clues that Bray Wyatt would want to go after any of those guys. But we'll see. We move on. We see Madcap Moss and Evan backstage. Moss is excited for his title shot at the Intercontinental title later tonight. Ariel, how do you say his name? Hawani is in the arena, is inside the crowd, and he's just pumped to be there. He's from Canada himself. We then get our second match of the night. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre taking on the Viking Raiders with Valhalla. Here are some notes. And by the way, I was cracking up that Valhalla's name is Sarah, and she's playing this like really evil demonic character. And it's like pretty funny. So Sheamus nails a clothesline off the apron to Ivar. All four men brawl outside of the ring. Drew hits a Michinoku driver to Eric and gets a 2 count. Ivar kicks Sheamus. Sheamus nails a top rope Irish rollover. Drew nails a spine buster to Ivar, and Sheamus nails a flying knee. Eric breaks that up. Drew goes for a claymore, but Ivar pulls Eric out. Drew flies over the top rope onto both men outside. Ivar nails a spin kick to Drew and a flying splash, and that gets it to. The end comes though when Sheamus hits a bro kick to Eric, and Drew hits the claymore to Ivar, and we get a 3 count win for Drew and Sheamus. Do we think this is going to be the end for these two? I mean, for these four guys, I mean, they've been brawling for a couple weeks now. How many times does Viking Raiders need to get beat to realize that maybe Drew and Sheamus are the wrong guys to go after?
I completely agree. My only problem, I don't know why the fuck they keep doing the whole Drew McIntyre versus and Sheamus tag team thing. They need to be fucking fighting each other. I know we see it multiple times, but there's nothing really going on in SmackDown right now, sadly. Again, other than the whole bloodline thing, the whole bloodline has been carrying SmackDown. If we don't see Roman, if we don't see anything bloodline related, um, this show just kind of sucks in my opinion, and it's just no good. It's super repetitive. Um, I think all these matches that we saw tonight, that we saw the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, um, they just don't have anything else to do. And when you have two dominant guys, two big stars like Sheamus and McIntyre on your roster, those are probably the two top guys. If Roman Reigns isn't there, if fuck the whole bloodline for a whole second, those are the two guys you got to that are the two best guys on SmackDown right now. Besides, I'll put Gunther up there, but even him, they don't do much with him either. It's super repetitive. Going against Braun, Ricochet, like we'll talk more about that later, but I don't know. Super repetitive to me. These two guys need to be fighting each other. Hopefully, one of them turns on each other sooner or later. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of them needs to hold a singles title. Because they're
Yeah,
both
and
great
it
at
needs to be
it.
fucking Drew McIntyre. He should
Yeah,
have been the one to fucking beat Roman Reigns. I'm sorry.
yeah, Drew McIntyre is awesome. Sheamus is pretty good though too. Like,
And
like
he's very underrated. Yes.
yep, 100%. But again, I mean, they're just being delicate to this crappy stuff. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a lot of people keep
I
saying
don't
triple
like this whole gimmick. I don't like
of
the
them being the
whole.
Banger Brothers.
Yes, I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like the whole shit. I don't like the whole Butch shit.
Yeah, the Butch thing is
I
weird.
don't. He's. I don't know. Like I might like. They all need to go their separate ways. Let Pete Dunne do Pete Dunne shit. Let Sheamus do Sheamus shit. Let the other dude his shit. And
Yeah, I
just
agree, my man. I
yeah.
agree. I mean, I think that they're both talented guys on their own. There's rumors that they might do a triple threat between Sheamus, Gunther, and Drew at Mania. That would be interesting to see.
That'd be fucking. That'd be
That
a
would be
banger.
good.
That would
That'd
be
be
a
really
banger.
good if they did that. But let's move on. We see Rey Mysterio, bless you, being interviewed by Caleb backstage, and basically he's interrupted by Karrion Cross and Scarlett. And Cross says that unlike you, I don't have to hide behind a mask because my child is disgusted by me. That leads us to a match between Cross and Mysterio again next week on SmackDown. We then go to Asuka versus Liv Morgan. And this is pretty much a match just to have all the Elimination Chamber competitors come out with the commentary. And she was actually pretty funny. I was confused why she was attacking Wade Barrett so much because the whole fucking thing, she was annihilating him. But here are some notes from the match. Asuka nails a German running boot to Liv and gets a 2 count. Raquel Rodriguez comes out. Nikki Cross comes out and starts licking the announcers and starts trying to talk to Michael Cole. Uh, Liv hits a knee in the corner and nails an Oblivion off the top rope and gets a 2. Natalia comes out. Um, Liv slaps Asuka and Asuka laughs. Liv rolls up Asuka, but Asuka locks in an armbar and Liv taps out. The ending comes after the match. Carmella super kicks Asuka. Natalia clotheslines Carmella. Nikki hits a twisted sister to Natalia. Raquel hits a Tijuana bomb to Nikki. And then Liv, she helps Liv up, and Liv hits Raquel with Oblivion. And Asuka kicks Raquel in the face. And Liv and Asuka kind of face off. And Liv looks up at the WrestleMania sign. So, I mean, Oscar and Liv have the advantage now going into the Elimination Chamber. What do you think? I mean, there's really not much to say, but what do you think?
Oscar won the last two matches this week. Um,
That's
so I
important.
won't say too much. I'll speak more on the predictions.
Sounds good. All right, we have our next match, the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The Intercontinental Champion Gunther defending against Madcap Moss with Emma, and Emma is looking bomb lately. I saw her, I said, "Whoa."
Yeah, I didn't
Moss is
think
a
she was that good looking, and then I saw more pictures of her. I saw more.
Mhm,
We've been seeing her more on
mhm.
screen time, and she looks good.
And in person too, she's very
I
attractive.
haven't seen her in person yet.
Oh, she's attractive in person. So Gunther hits a big boot and gets a 2 count. Moss hits a spine buster and gets a two. Moss hits a back suplex, a clothesline, a vertical suplex, and a swinging neck breaker. That all gets a two. Moss nails a top rope fallaway slam that gets a 2 count. And Gunther applies a sleeper and hits a power bomb, and he gets a 3 count. Gunther retains. What did you think of this match? I mean, I wasn't really, looking forward to this one, but Moss didn't do that bad. We knew he wasn't going to win, but what did you think?
Gunther was impressive as usual. Um, Macab Moss surprised me, but he's not good enough to be mid card champion yet. So I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with him at all. Same thing with this girl.
They're going to make him a superstar.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Of superstars, Sami Zayn comes out to his old theme song, "Let's Go." Dun, 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 and I went all hard. I was happy to see that. Sammy
Oh,
gets in the
this
ring.
segment pissed me the fuck off.
He's crying. The crowd's going hard. The fans are chanting, "You deserve it." They're chanting, "Fuck Roman." They're chanting
No,
all these
fuck
things.
this promo.
And Sammy just says, "This time of year, everyone points to one thing, the WrestleMania sign. For me, for this city, tomorrow night is once in a lifetime. Tomorrow night is Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn and the entire city of Montreal. Roman, you're going down." And that is the last we hear from Sammy. Um, I I don't know. I felt like um the crowd's behind them, and I will tell you, it's kind of giving me a big fight feel because the crowd is behind him. What are your thoughts? Because you don't
This
seem too happy
promo
with this.
sucked, and
What
I'm
are your
gonna tell
thoughts?
you why. I'm gonna tell you why this promo pissed me off so much. Literally, this promo. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me now. Sorry. Okay, I'll tell you why this promo pissed me off so much. Um, Sami Zayn got to the ring at 8:50, or no, 9:50. I started it, or no, I didn't even need the timer. He got to the ring at 8:51. Did not say a word until 8:57.
Give me
8:50,
957.
9:57.
Done.
Sorry. He did not say he got to the ring at 9:50, like 9:51 ish, and didn't say a word till 9:58. And the whole time it was just a crowd going, "Oh, oh." It pissed me off. Like, you're wasting our time. This is the night you're gonna fight for the Universal Championship, undisputed title in less than 24 hours. This was disappointing to me. You're gonna fight for the Universal Championship in less than 40 or less than 24 hours, and this is you're just gonna say what you've been saying for the last couple weeks. How you're gonna take Roman down. You're gonna take Roman down. Yes, you're in your hometown. You barely even said shit in your own hometown. I understand maybe he was a little emotional that his hometown was behind him. I understand that, but to waste that much time just standing in the ring, not saying anything, you wasted goddamn fucking 7 to 8 minutes of TV time. That could have been something. Um, again, I don't know. I don't. The promo was really stupid to me. It was disappointing because he, we know he has good promos, obviously, but he's fighting for the fucking championship, and literally, like I said
Well,
yesterday, literally
maybe I think
useless.
what probably would have been better is if like I think you wouldn't have minded it being long had it not been the night before the show. I think if they did the Cody promo the night before, it would have been a lot better because then it's like, okay, now you have a night to think about what he said and just kill it tomorrow. Whereas now it's been a couple of days, and the last thing he says is it's me in the city against Roman. I agree. Like I think that they should have maybe changed that up a bit. But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I think they're just trying to maybe go with him being the hometown favorite and that the fans love him. But just because the fans like you doesn't mean that that's enough to beat Roman. But we'll see. So what was your moment of the night before we wrap things up, sir?
I'm going to give it to. I'm not giving it to Sami Zayn. I'll tell you that. I'm going to give it to. I'm gonna give it to Asuka.
Mm,
Asuka's victory. Um,
okay.
because she has won the she's been dominant this whole week. So hopefully she can be dominant tonight and finish what's important.
We'll see. Well, my moment of the night, I'm going to be basic. I'm going to say Sammy, just because, listen, I mean, uh, I'm excited to see if he's going to live up to,
Me too. I will tell you that. Me too.
I'm excited to see if he's going to live up to his word. He's finally just talking, it's going to be over tonight. So I'm excited for that. But yes, this is Friday Night SmackDown. It was an okay show getting us to Elimination Chamber. We are on the road to WrestleMania. Christian, thank you for joining me. We have our Elimination Chamber predictions coming up. Stay safe, everybody, and stay uncensored. Bye, y'all.